Well, I said it, and it's delivered again. Easter Monday always delivers, and they've delivered another classic between the Hawks and the Cats. What a finish that was. And also, Kozzie Pickett shows why he's loving being the man of that midfield now without Clayton Oliver and Christian Petrarca in there. All that and more as we review the rest of the games from round 4. Let's get straight into it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Up the Guts podcast. Showing you, as always, is your host, Trent Yolchin, or some of you might know me as Tricky. And yes, another classic was delivered. We are recording straight after, so it's right now at 6:27, so straight after the game between the Hawks and the Cats, and what a finish that was. We'll dive into that at the end, but we start off with the Sunday games. Before we get into proceedings, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure you leave a like and comment on this video. Hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you notify whenever we upload. If you're listening to this via audio on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, make sure to leave a like and comment on this episode. Hit that follow button, turn the notification bell on, and please, guys, remember to leave a 5-star rating on the show if you do enjoy it, because that's one of the most important things to push the show out there. And for all the clips, behind the scenes action as well, and just any other news and shenanigans that goes on, make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Up the Guts _. So make sure you get straight into that. Yes, we are still on Facebook. For all the oldies who still find Facebook, I find it still very valuable, especially for footy. So we're still on there. But let's get into the first game on Sunday between the Demons and the Suns. All right, the first game on the Sunday, and it's an upset. The Demons go 3-1. We'll talk about more about the Demons, but after this and where I think they sit. But what a win it was by the Demons, beating the Suns by 20 points at their home at the MCG, playing some exciting brand of footy at the moment. 16-13, 109. I just try and straighten that one up, just making sure the camera's still all right. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see me just adjust the camera a little bit. 16-13, 109, defeated 14-5, 89. Goal kickers, Melksham for the Demons, kicked 4. I said it in the chat. I said it in our group chat. Fuck it. Give Melksham another 5-year contract, because he was unbelievable. And that mark that he took was extraordinary. At someone at the age of 34 still doing that, still have an impact on the game. He looks like he still has another year or two still in him easily. Mike Check's been good since coming over. Just provides that another option down there. He kicked 2. Langford provides a threat when he plays out of the square, I find, because he's that taller body midfielder. He'll take a little bit longer to develop into that midfield role, but provides a threat down there with his height coming out of the square deep in the 4 line. Takes a really nice overhead mark. He kicked 2. As for the Suns, not Max. Get that name out of my mouth. Ben King kicked 3, and Ethan Reed kicked 3. Walter kicked 2, and Zeg Ewan also kicked 2. Now, Jack Steele had 26 disposals, 18 contested, 11 clearances, 8 tackles, and 7 score bombs. I sit here and scratch my head. How did St Kilda let Jack Steele go when he's putting in performances like this? I get it. You were trying to go for the younger players, but he was the captain of your club. He was the heart and soul. He would give 110% for that club, and he still has good footy left in him, but you just shoved him out the door like he was hard rubbish. And this is what's coming back. He's arguably one of Melbourne's most impactful, other than Kozzie Pickett. He's one of their impactful midfielders in there because he takes the contested load off it. St Kilda would love a contested ball in there. Some would argue that Jack McRae was doing it, but he's not out there at the moment, or when he is, he's not having the impact Jack Steele would have. So I still scratch my head how St Kilda could just throw their skipper to the curve like they did, and he's showing them up by the way he's performing at Melbourne, and he said he's been absolutely loving his time at Melbourne, and Melbourne just love him down there as well. Kozzie Pickett is the man in that midfield now, and he's absolutely loving it. When the game was on the line to be won, Kozzie Pickett took control with a big goal, 25 disposals, a goal, 6 clearances, 5 tackles, 10 inside 50s, 2 goal assists, and 633 metres game. Now, he is a certified midfielder now. It's not 50-50. It's not 40-60. We're talking 70-30, 80-20 now. That's the type of Kozzie Pickett we are talking, and it's scary, the performances that he's putting in. He's starting to put in more consistent brands of footy, got his highest disposal game of his career last year with a 30-pluser, and he's just putting together huge games of footy, and I can't wait to see how much he can develop. We'll see if he can go a back-to-back All-Australian like he did last year. Last year was in the forward pocket. Could he find himself in a midfield role, or they tend to put the extra midfield at half forward? Could he find himself on a bench? We'll see if he can go back-to-back there. As for the Gold Coast Suns, 25 disposals for Noble, 7 rebound 50s and 594 metres gain, and Bodie Ewan had 24. But it comes to question now, are Melbourne good? They are 3-1, so we have to pose the question, are they good? My take on it is we thought they were going to be bad, but I think they're just better than what we thought they would be, and we can't knock the start that they've had 3-1. But I'm not going head over horses saying, oh, yeah, they're making the 8, they're making the 10. They could make that 10th spot. They could. They are better than what we expected them to be, but they're not going deep in September, so we'll calm down there. But, excuse me, they're doing exactly what Stephen King said, playing a exciting brand of footy, and it's really, really good to watch. We've got the hiccups, excuse me. Give me 1 second. All right, we're back. We said Kozzie, we said Jack Steele. Max Gawn, again, another momental, impactful performance by Max Gawn. Again, just keeps on doing it. 32 hitouts, 22 disposals, a goal, and 8 scorer moments. You can never write a demon side off when a Max Gawn is in that side now. He just keeps on going on the age of 34, just keeps on doing it. Zeke Ewan looks clean. Zeke the Freak looks really, really clean. 16 disposals, 88% efficiency, and kicked 2 goals. One of those was really, really classy. So he's going to be a really good player. We're seeing his elite ball skills that they said, him coming into the draft, and now he's looking really, really good. And another one is Lachlan Goldman, another one from their academy, the Gold Coast. In just his second game, showed great signs, 22 disposals, 1 goal, 8 marks, and 8 score moments. I believe he was number 39, and I remember saying when I was sitting down watching it, I was going, who's this 39? Because he looks good, but I can't put a name to it. I don't really know who it is, and it made notice because it was only his second game that I didn't notice him, but he looks really good. Another one that they've picked up possibly from the academy there. Some of the players they're pulling out from the academy is scary, and it's only going to be more to come in the future. All right, Sunday night, what we thought was going to be a smashing, and it looked like it was for the first half, but the Bombers showed some real good fight in that second half to come back and pull it back to a respectable 34-point margin in favour of the Western Bulldogs, 14-15-99, defeating 9-11-65. The Twin Towers, Norton and Darcy, kicked 3 each, as did Artie Jones before going down with a hamstring. I don't know if there's anything up to date with that one, but he'll be out for a couple of weeks. I heard a stat on SEN today. I believe his first 10 touches were all involved, all turned into scores. So 10 touches, 10 score moments. That's a huge stat from Artie Jones. Unfortunately, that hamstrings come at the wrong time. As for the Bombers, Gresham kicked 3, and it was good to see Tom Edwards back. What a great story that was, coming fresh off an ACL. Missed all of last year of an ACL, come back and kick 2 was really good to see, and kick 2 in that third quarter when they started putting together some good footy. The Bombers, Archie May also kicked 2. And talking about good pickups, we talked about Jack Steele from Melbourne, but geez, wouldn't Carlton love a Matty Kennedy in their midfield right now? He's putting together, he had a really good year last year, and he started off this year on fire as well. He had 36 disposals, a goal, 11 clearances, and 8 score moments. Just Carlton didn't want to play him in the midfield, and geez, wouldn't they love him right now? Gets it done on the inside, but he's showing he can get it done on the outside now. And last year, especially, he was a consistent goal scorer. Bontempelli, unreal first half, 22 touches in the first half, then just turned it back a little bit in the second half. Still finished with 35, a goal, 7 clearances, and 8 score moments. It's good to see Sanders starting to get some hands on the footy and develop a bit more consistent footy. 34, 5 clearances and 5 tackles. And Joel Frazier just keeps on keeping on. 26, 6 tackles and 8 score moments. I really liked Archie Roberts going back to a halfback flank rather than playing more as a centre-bounce midfielder. I think that's his preferred spot, not as a midfielder, because I think that's where he can do his most damage. And he proved it with 37 disposals, 29 of them kicks, going at 89% efficiency. That is elite. 12 marks, 9 rebound 50s, and 708 metres gained. So I'd love Archie Roberts to just stay at the halfback. That's where they've really struggled moving the ball off the halfback line to start these first few games. I'd love to see Archie Roberts just stay at halfback now and back in your merits. Bring in Sullivan Roby, play him through the middle. When Dyson Sharp's there, play him through the middle. Who am I missing? Your Durhams, your Parishes. leave Archie Roberts down there because I reckon that's where he damages his footy the most. Other key players for the Bombers, Merritt also had 30 in the response game after being tagged last week. 83% efficiency, 7 clearances and 7 tackles. Ed Richards was a lay out for the Bulldogs of a calf. And Tim English has also, as well, we mentioned Artie Jones, but Tim English has actually gone down with an MCL. It says to be a 3 to 6 weeks out. Now, I'd like to pose a question. How much of an impact can no English have in this Bulldogs lineup? Because they don't have a recognised second ruckman. We know Rory Lobb doesn't want to play ruck. He's done it throughout his whole career. Pretty much refused to play ruck. And when he's had it, he's hated it. You don't want to play Sam Darcy in there because you'd love to keep him down there as forward as much as you can. Jordan Croft is not a ruckman. He's your third ruck, really, only when you really need to. So if I just pull up, I want to go to the VFL. Let's have a look. Go VFL. What I'm going to do right now, this is free play now. I want to go VFL and have a look at Footscray. We scroll down here, where is Footscray? So they had a big win over. Now I want to go hit outs. So yeah, Lachlan Smith is their ruck, but I believe he's still got a bit to go from what I've heard, like as development wise. He had 21 hit outs, 11 disposals. Would they be brave enough to bring him in? I'm not sure. But do they have a choice? It's going to be a really, really interesting one because I think Tim English is one of the better rucks in competition, especially with these new rules coming as an extra midfielder, because that's what he was through his draft year before he grew 10, 15 centimetres and was forced to play ruck just purely because of his height. But in deep down, he's a midfielder. So what the impact is this going to have on the dominant Bulldogs midfield if they're not getting first use of it? Will they just go, oh, it won't make much of a difference because we'll go get it ourselves anyway? Or is it going to have a huge difference? I'm interested to see how that dynamic works without Tim English. But now, let's get into the cracker that just was Easter Monday. All right, what an absolute ripping game of football we have just witnessed at the MCG just under an hour ago. And it was the Hawks in dramatic fashion, getting it done by just 1 point. That's right, 1 point. Easter Monday again delivers a classic. 13-14-92, defeated 14-7, 91. I'm losing voice at just how much yelling I'm doing because how great of a game it was. Gunston and the Wizard Watson kicked the 3. When the game was on the line, it was Nick Watson who stood up and was getting the tag from Oisin Mullen. Kicked 2 first half goals when he was getting a tag, but when the game was on the line, the commentators were like, where's Watson? It's time for him to enter into this game. On cue, 5 seconds later, at that stoppage, bang, goal. And I think they hit the front or they were just back in it. But his second goal was an absolute clinical goal, that one. As my phone just turns off, we go back up here at the stats. Chol, Lewis, Ginnivan kicked 2 each. Shannon Neal kicked 4 for the Cats. He was the live wire as Cameron was very quiet with just the 1 goal. Ollie Henry kicked 3 and Bose kicked 2. Joshy Ward had 29 to go along with 6 tackles. He's really building some really good consistent form for the Hawks through that midfield. McDonald had 26, 8 score onwards. Impey had 26, 7 intercepts, 554 metres gain, and had a pivotal role in keeping Sean Manor, one of their live wires, in that forward half. Quiet, I believe, he kept him goalless and to just 3 disposals. So great game from Jarman Impey. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the 10 coaches' votes, or the 5 at least from Sam Mitchell. There, Newcomb also had 25, 14 contested and 6 clearances. Bailey Smith was enormous and they had to put someone on to navigate him leading up to half-time. He had 33, 6 clearances, 5 tackles, 8 inside 50s and 663 metres gained. Max Holmes as well, 27, 8 inside 50s, 3 goal assists and 647 metres gained. Tanner Broad had 26 and 85% efficiency. Now, former co-host of the show, Will Dis, sent in his key takeaways. I was just sending a message into the group chat to see if he's available to even get on the phone over a phone call to discuss this, but it hasn't looked like he's replying as of such. We'll keep him updated. But his key takeaways, first of all, is Flynn Perez. He got delisted from North Melbourne in 2023. It's his first game since 2023, or he played his last game for North in 2023, might have been listed in 2024, but his first game for the Hawks, and he just said Flynn Perez is pretty dang good at footy. If we get up his stats here as we're loading, Hawthorn. Flynn Perez. He had 13 disposals, 6 tackles, 13 disposals and 6 tackles. So decent game there. And also Jack Dalton was also on debut. If we go down here, he had 10. So he's a midfielder, played a bit of half forward, 10 disposals, 2 score enrollments, and also had a clearance to go along with it as well. Next point that he had is it was the Mitch Lewis redemption game after what happened last time against them, and he was pivotal, marking just about everything. He kicked 2. And while this player looked like he was going to be the one to take the game off the hands of the Cats, because he looked like he was marking everything, just couldn't convert. He's put in, Chol could play Box Hill Hawks. Now, if we have a look at Marvio Chol, where we go over here? Marvio Chol. 2 goals, 3, 12 disposals, 6 marks, 9 score runs. So maybe he's been a bit harsh. I personally don't think that's necessarily a bad game as such, but I can understand what he was saying in that sense. But I'm just wondering how far the Hawks can go, because it's going to be interesting to see how Jack Gunston, not when I say not how far they go, are they real flag contenders? Jack Gunston pulled up with a hammy, so he's hoping it's just a strain. He did play it the rest of the game, but he did it on a lead, so that will be a very, very interesting watch, and one we'll have to keep an eye on as the week goes on. But we know what it's like. Easter Monday always delivers, and it's delivered once again. Hang on, he's just reading it. So those are Will's points. He just said in he would normally call up, but he's at a pub at the moment. So he's actually in Perth. He's at a pub at the moment, and it's pretty loud. He's playing pool, so otherwise he would call up. We'll have to get him on another time, maybe after even Gather Round or another close game like that. We'll give him a call, because he'll more than happily get down. Get on the phone and have a chat about his beloved Hawks. To see how far we often butt heads about the Hawks. I'm very harsh on him. Maybe that's purely because my brother goes to the Hawthorns too. But what a game of footy Easter Monday was. Well, it's going to wrap up today's episode and all of the reviews of the round 4. Actually, before we do wrap it up, I want to quickly go over the ladder as it stands. As it's going to be a quick turnaround, this video, this upload, I'm not going to have as much time to edit. I'm not going to put the photos like I did last time in it, because I want to get this out to you guys as quick as possible. But the ladder as it stands, sitting on top of the ladder, 4-0 is the Western Bulldogs. Second place, 3-1 is the Sydney Swans. And these are all teams on 12 points, 2nd to 7. So second, Sydney Swans. Third, going down a spot, third place, Gold Coast Suns. Going down, Fremantle in 4th. Coming up, yes, you hear me saying this right, in 5th place, it's the North Melbourne Football Club. Yes, that is right, the North Melbourne Football Club. They are in the top 5. Who would have thought? Hawthorn dropped down to 6th. Melbourne come up to 7th. Another one you wouldn't have thought. Port Adelaide in 8th. Brisbane in 9th, and Collingwood rounds out the top 10. In 11th spot, Geelong go down there. West Coast in 12th. Adelaide in 13th. St Kilda stay in 14th. Carlton come up to 15th. GW West are in 16th, obviously very injury-riddled. And the 2 teams who are yet to win a game, Essendon in 17th and Richmond in 18th. So that's how the ladder is after round 4. And we just locked in next game that is like that between the Hawks. Will, or as we call him, Fig. We'll get him on for a phone call. But that's going to wrap up today's episode reviewing the round 4 action. Thank you guys for watching and listening along. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to leave a like and comment on the video. Hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on. If you're listening to this via Spotify or podcast, make sure to leave a like and comment on this episode. Hit that follow button, turn the notification bell on so you're notified whenever we upload. And please, guys, remember to leave a 5-star rating on the show, as that does help push the show out there to newer listeners. For all behind the scenes and extra clips, make sure you head over to our socials at TikTok and Instagram, @UpTheGuts_. Thank you guys for watching and listening along. And until next time, I'll see you guys then.